Daniela.
Yes, Tiarnan.
How do you feel about the Justice League film that came out 2017, I think?
Was it 2017?
I don't know.
Was it this year?
I don't know.
Not very good.
Not very good. Was there anything that would have made it better?
An entire?
Rewrite.
Yes.
Now,
I was thinking the word. I was like, plot twist?
and that's what we're doing today. We're rewriting, fucking fixing the Justice League film.
Yes.
Can I just off the bat say there's something I want to change, not about the Justice League film, but I want to change it just in general. First thing I have to do is, firstly, they rushed into the Justice League film.
Yeah, like they didn't build it
Fucking
up at all.
do what Marvel did, did you, where they built every other character? Well, I say
Yeah.
every. They built like most of the other characters
The
first.
main, your
Instead,
core
you
ones
got
and then...
Superman and then Batman versus Superman. They had to cram Aquaman. We did get Wonder Woman, to be fair.
Yeah.
They had to cram
Cyborg.
Aquaman and Cyborg and Flash all in,
Yeah.
all their origins.
Which,
Was
not good.
yeah, it wasn't good.
So,
Like, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
It's different for Hawkeye. You're just like, it's a guy with a bow. You don't need those origin.
yeah.
Scarlet
And sure,
Witch,
yeah, they...
you're just like, she's a girl who kicks real good. She used to be a Russian spy. It's real quick. But Flash, it's like, it's a bit more complex than that. He wouldn't need it.
Mhm.
That's the first thing I would have changed. Like, that's real standard. Everyone's saying that. So, yeah. Don't expect any brand new
She
shit.
changed plot points. I changed the whole story, man.
No, okay. First thing first.
So,
They start the start of it. What happens in yours?
right, the way I wrote this down, right, was one day Batman wakes up. He's pretty sick of shit, right? He's sick of Gotham not appreciating his work over all these years. Batman turns evil, right? So, we ain't having none of that main boss shit in Justice League. You know that big guy? Ain't having none of
I'm not
that.
going to lie to you. This is a little bit close to one of my...
It's not going to be close in a second, Tiarnan.
Okay.
Wait 1 second, right?
Yeah.
So, Batman wakes up and he's... Hold on, I wrote down...
He's upset. He's
The thing is, I wrote down a quote that he says, and it says, fuck it, I'm gonna be evil, right? So,
Yeah.
that's gonna be Batman. Little Bruce Wayne gonna wake up and be evil, right? So then, you know, like I was saying, he's sick of fighting for Gotham, and you know how underappreciated Batman.
the cops
Batman.
might arrest him.
Yeah,
Who can blame the man?
Most people don't like him too. Like
Yeah.
you have the kids that kind of look up to him, but the rest are kind of like, nah, he's a vigilante.
Yeah.
All that shit,
It's like,
right?
how come Wonder Woman gets to be called a hero? Yeah, he gets called a vigilante.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
come
he's
he don't get the title of
He's
hero?
making investments, technological advances. He's making all this shit, and like none of them appreciate him. They appreciated his parents, but they did. It's Batman.
See,
turns
that's what he
his-
sees. He sees when you get appreciated, you die, so he understands now.
Yeah. So right.
Go on.
So he crawls to his little bat cave, right?
Yep.
This is where things get a little bit spicy, right? So
Yes.
we've all seen the hit film Birdemic, right? Right? So
Yeah.
Batman decides he gonna make this little sonic radar thing that can summon bats, right? He gets over his, I think he gets over his fear in one of the films or some shit. Anyways, he's not scared of bats anymore.
Yeah.
He's playing them bats to his advantage. Now, the thing is, in the film though, the bats will be the same way in Birdemic. It looks like they're on fucking string, floating about, right? Right. So that's gonna be
Yes.
okay. So thing is, Batman's like, okay, he works with Alfred, right?
How does Alfred feel about the situation?
Alfred's kind of very. We'll get to that more deep, but Alfred's kind of like going along with it because he has no one else really.
Master Bruce.
Yeah,
like
you know, he has to kind of follow Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne, right? And then
Yes.
it's like, so him and Alfred work on this serum, right, to turn the bats rabid, or it's like a special kind of serum.
Has he just injected them with rabies?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually did write down kind of like rabies. Like that's what it says.
No, I like thinking it's
Okay,
just
yeah.
basic rabies.
basically
But Batman's sitting like, how are we going to get this in? And then Alfred just comes in and just sort of injects him with like rabies.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing, except because there's so many bats, it's kind of like they make a gas type thing of it, but it only works on bats because they, all this technology, like they've put the formula to only work on bats. This makes bats eat people's faces, right?
Yes.
So, Batman has an army. No one has a Hulk.
Because he's dressed up as a bat, they think he's another bat. They won't eat his face.
Yeah. They eat like Papa bats, but they don't touch Alfred because, like, the way it's like this thing is like Batman says don't touch Alfred.
Batman
They
peed
don't.
on him. He marked Alfred.
It's like he imprinted. No, it's so bad.
No,
But
Batman
still-
imprinted on Alfred, so none of them can touch him.
Whew. Anyway, so the bats don't touch Alfred.
Yeah.
So, hold on, let me just scroll down my little notes here. My little script. But, yes, so this only summons the bats in Gotham to Batman's cave. He starts
Yes.
small, right, before he hits world domination.
He is Batman. He understands. He goes to start small.
And he's attacking the people close to him that didn't appreciate him first, like stories of villains and shit. They attack the people that put them down first. They do that sometimes. But
No, yeah.
anyways, so Batman sends out all these rabid bats to attack Gotham, right? So let's just say it kills half the population of Gotham. Gotham had pretty much fucked at the minute. So no one really notices it because it's Gotham. Who the fuck cares about
Yeah,
Gotham?
just half a population of a city went missing. People were like, that's Gotham for you.
That's the thing. No one cares about Gotham. I mean, you've seen was it in the first Batman film? They closed off the bridges and shit from Gotham.
That was
So-
the last one.
Oh, was it
with
the last
Bane.
one? Yeah. Okay. Well, they closed off the bridges. They just locked down Gotham, and we're like, nah, they can all die. That happens here. They lock it up. They're like, Batman can save them. Batman's attacking them though, so it's like a whole kerfuffle. And then, so then Batman's like, shit, we gotta like hit bigger targets. So makes the same process all over again, except to a bigger scale. So bats from all over the world. But this is where it gets it. Like, so when he sends the bats off again after the rabies gas, right?
Yeah.
They go back to their home countries, right? So that means then they start attacking home countries. No one really suspects a thing at first, but then Wonder Woman's like, oh, wait a second.
Bats! I know a man who dresses as bats!
Yeah, so she's like on her little Skype being like, Bruce, are you okay? What's up with all these bats
I like
all
to
across
think
the world?
Batman's just, there's like bats everywhere. He's like dressed all evil, like, and she's like, you okay there, boy? He's like, yes!
Exactly. So she's trying to contact him, right? She can't get a hold of Batman. Batman's too like lost in his chaotic thoughts and evilness to care.
I like to think he sent out like a couple of tweets being like, go and kill everyone.
LOL.
And she's just saying like, what are we doing? Okay then.
Once he started tweeting out bat facts. Facts about different kinds of bats. But anyway,
No, that's the thing. He's tweeting out facts about the rabies bats.
Yeah.
Specifically, that's what gets her suspicious.
oh yeah. So she's like, Bruce seems to be behind this. So Wonder Woman can't get a hold of Bruce. She can't get a hold of Alfred. So she's like, I'm going to go to Gotham. I'm going to stake out their place for a while. Try and see if I can see one of them if they leave the house or whatever. So she goes to Gotham. And for a couple of days, she's kind of just, floating about, helping people out, being like, oh, no bat, no, right? To
She's just
different
telling
bats.
them off.
Yeah. So then eventually Alfred leaves the house. So then when Alfred comes out, turns out Alfred's against all of this. He does not want anything to do with this, but he kind of has to go with it because Bruce Wayne. But
Yeah.
that's when Alfred and Wonder Woman make the Justice League, right? So instead of Batman, we got Alfred.
Alfred's, yes.
He's like the main. I mean, he can basically
He
do
probably has, like-
everything
yeah.
Bruce can do, and he has all Bruce's information on all Superman, Aquaman, all them. So he can easily.
I like
and
to think-
plus, Superman won't hate him once he gets rebirthed.
One of those things I'd like to think Alfred was sitting around in the Wonder Woman was like, oh shit, how are we going to do this? We need to get people. And then he's like, Miss Diana,
Yeah.
Bruce had a plan for just a case like this. We called it plan justice, and he rolls out a thing that says Justice League on it. It's a bunch of folders with all the different people in it.
So it's basically now it's like, you know, where there's the whole section of Justice League where it was Batman and Wonder Woman going to all these and trying to get them to join the team.
But it's Alfred instead.
Yeah, it's just Alfred, you know. This is kind of where I dropped off the story, but you know, it can go on like this. It's like basically the Justice League plot, but instead of like, oh wait, no, I know what I did next. Oh
yes.
So instead of Lex Luthor being like evil and shit, we're just gonna forget that wasn't there like that big boss guy. We're gonna forget he ever fucking existed, right? Because that doesn't matter in this universe. We worried about the bats. We ain't worried about the.
We're worried about the bats. Yes.
Yeah. So Lex Luthor, he has no reason to be evil anymore. I guess I think he just wised up. Can't remember.
The man just like, you know what? He got off his Adderall. He's doing good.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good for himself. So.
He's wearing a bald cap.
I try to think, right, because this bit's like the kind of like, you know, the plot point where the story turns and it's the heroes are gonna win. You can clearly tell they're gonna win.
So they're like,
I'm gonna say
I
that
imagine the
Lex
first couple
Luthor,
of battles were
there's
like,
just know that Lex Luthor's good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to come up with a weapon on how to defeat these bats. But we'll get back to that later, right? Because, you know...
It's a weapon that only specifically targets bats.
Yeah, these bats. It can only kill these bats, right?
Not every bat, just these bats.
Just the rabid bats that Batman created. Because Alfred gave him some information about the serum. Because, you know, Alfred made it with Bruce.
Yeah.
You know. So
does Bruce know that Alfred's betrayed him?
Of course, like, Alfred's
By this
gone.
point, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so... Bruce is doing the whole thing where he's like trying to track them down and everything. See, Bruce can do it to a certain degree, but you know when he always has Alfred helping him?
Yeah, it's like he's
missing a key bit of like, you know, the
it's one of those things where like he can do it. It's just every so often he spent more time. He doesn't know how to run bats. He doesn't know how to make sandwiches. So he spent more time doing that. He's like, how do I?
He's trying to Google how to like make a grilled cheese.
Yeah, he's Googling how to wash his clothes and everything. He's like, how to get blood out of bat suit. And he's just no result.
So he's struggling with a lot of things right now. World domination.
That's in the back burner.
Running a bath, right? You know? Yeah. So he's a bit confused. Yeah, he could hire people, but no one's left in Gotham at this point. Think of it like Plague Inc. He's wiping out country by country, right?
Yep.
At this rate, Batman seems
closed its ports though.
What?
Madagascar closed its ports though.
Oh, fuck. But at this point, it's like, you know, oh fuck, I was about to like compare this on and I can't remember, but still, at this point, Gotham's fucked.
Yeah.
So yeah, they get the rest of the Justice League, but they gotta rebirth Superman, right? So when they go to rebirth Superman,
are they going to do it in the same way?
Yeah, it's basically the same way, except because Batman's not there, he ain't gonna go angry, right? Right?
He goes to see Alfred
and be like, oh my god, buddy, because Alfred's so nice, like, you know.
That thing, no, Superman was just looking up all these facts about Batman. He sees Alfred? Yeah. Oh, that's nice. He's like a nice guy.
But the thing is, when Superman gets rebirthed, he doesn't have the CG mustache. He has a CG mustache on his mustache, right? So it's like double the CG mustache.
He also has a mullet, I believe.
Yeah, let's just put the mullet in there. So basically, think of just a normal mustache, but then think of a CG mustache just kind of plastered on that.
Yeah.
But it's really badly synced, right? So if Superman moves
at some point
head,
just starts going across the screen.
Yeah, like in Doki Doki when her eye goes like AWOL, it does that, right? So they got their little Justice League, you know, they're thinking of how to defeat the bats. Like, this is where it kind of drops off and the story's not as complex, but, you know, you can get the gist from here. But Lex Luthor, on the other hand, he making that good weapon. So, we're all familiar with Birdemic. What's, like, one of the things that they keep hitting it with? Coat hangers, right? So, Lex Luthor has made these magical-ass coat hangers, right, that can defeat the bats. Thus, cue the scene where they're defeating all the things with coat hangers. That's the thing. They're like normal powers don't really work. Like laser beams, I ain't gonna work on them.
Yeah, no bats.
Ain't gonna work on the bats. But the coat hangers, though.
Yeah.
It's a secret on how you can defeat them, but supposedly it can.
See, in my head, they each now have like specific weapons. Just fucking Flash has like, you know, coat hangers, but he's throwing them like shurikens. Diana has, you know, like a sword in a coat hanger.
See the W on her like head. that's a coat hanger bent into the shape of an W, right?
Like
Superman's
Cyborg's.
S.
I like think Cyborg, he's just shooting out coat hangers from his lasers instead.
Superman, I don't know, like laser.
Superman's just standing up beside like, what's going on?
Yeah, he's
just really confused about the whole thing.
He's like, I died and came back for this, and his CG
what
mustache.
happened to the AGDC universe?
His CG mustache is making its way across the ocean, trying to get back onto his fucking face, right? And then, so to defeat the Batman, right?
Yeah.
What would you need? A giant coat hanger sword, right?
Yeah.
So they get a big giant coat hanger sword. At this point, Batman is like, Lex Luthor's like off the sidelines being like, ah shit, Batman, we got you. Batman straight up fucking murders Lex Luthor, right? We need some deaths in here somewhere,
No, Lex is a good death.
So yeah, he gets like attacked by bats, but it's like one of them things where the bats like attack the rest of his body and leave his face, so Batman can go up and be like, haha, you dead now, fam, right? I don't know what the fuck he'd say.
No, that's exactly what Batman would
but
say.
Like a deep husky voice, like, haha, you dead now, fam, like, and then like Batman just like has him by the neck, and then he's like, goodbye, like, he says the one-liner, and then the bats just like cover Lex Luthor's face. That's not how Lex Luthor dies, right? So they have to defeat Batman now. I don't know how they're going to defeat giant sword, right? So then concludes with the giant battle with a giant coat hanger sword.
Yeah.
That's kind of the end of where I dropped off at, but
So they just defeat Batman.
Yes. So, hold on. I have a title for this. It's not a very good title, but it's called Justice League Birth of the Batdemic, right? So that's what Justice League's gonna be, in my eyes.
No.
Speechless, Tiarnan. Very speechless.
First things first. My film starts out. I'll just start right and say I made it more serious. I made it somewhat lighthearted, but I didn't. Okay. My film. First things first, do you remember in Just League at the start they had the stupid ass slow-mo, everything's so depressing.
Oh yeah.
Why no Superman here? No that. The first thing you hear is the starting lyrics to Roxanne, Roxanne and it fades in the bank scene. But it's a guard. He has his earphones in. He's in like, I don't know, a wee room in the background. There's like digital bulletproof glass, but it's like digital only one way can see. And he's dancing away. He's loving life. He's just like rock singing away. Men start rushing in, but you're seeing it all. Him dancing. That's all you're seeing. And in the background, all you're seeing is these gunmen punching, like tell everyone get down. And he's just dancing away. He's loving life. And then Wonder Woman comes sliding in. That's such a sick ass scene from the start where she's like coming in, she's deflecting all but it's that only we're still seeing this guy dancing in front and she's doing all this stuff.
So this is like the Wonder Woman scene, just
it's
a different perspective kind of thing.
Yes.
So they're not focusing on her, they're
focusing on this guy dancing. He's dancing, he's having a good time. I switched up slightly. Then, did you away the moment where the guy finally has the hostage, like, I'll shoot her? Batman comes in. He kicks down the thing, he grabs and throws away, and that's when Diane throws the bomb out the window. Alright, we're starting to see the starts of a team. Because that's the thing, this has been happening a lot. Wonder Woman and Batman, ever since Superman's death, they start teaming up more and more. Because, we never really got that. We got to be fair, I will give them some, we did get the sense that they were friends.
Yeah.
But we never got the sense that they worked together.
Yeah,
I want to change that. I want them to start thing, and I want a wee offhand comment. I don't know, something along the lines of, more people would really make this easier. Something along those lines, hint, not. And then, that's the thing. They fly off. You see the guard coming out, he's taking off his earphones, he's looking about, he's like, sees everyone tied up, he's like, oh. God. Justice League title. No, that's what's happening. We're just getting straight in. No bullshit where Batman's, looking for them. They're just like, there's villains. We need to stop them. A team of superheroes would be a good idea. There's no like bullshit, there's real powerful. They're just like, no, like, even just for, to keep a tabs. Batman's thinking of along the lines of he wants to keep tabs in these here, like, super powerful people like the Flash, Cyborg and all. He wants to keep tabs in them. Like, we'll see like wee small things throughout being like, oh yeah, they're in this universe. But like I said at the start, there's already origin films on them because I don't want no bullshit origins in this because that was just annoying. So Batman wants to keep tabs in them. Fucking Wonder Woman's just like, friendship. She's just all out for the friends and buddies.
He's like, there's no I in team, guys. Don't worry.
So that's what's happening. The way I was thinking of doing it was, they meet up. We get like them. It's like real quick to show like the way I see it is. Cyborg is still a little bit reluctant, but he's like, yeah, I'll join you, basically, but Aquaman's still like, fuck off. Like he outright just says, fuck off, mate. Flash is, I did like that scene with Flash, like, I'll do it instantly. He was just like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll take out the I need friends, but just if you cut it off at the I'll do it bit. And he's really excited because he gets to hang out with Batman and Wonder Woman. Because at this point, I like think them two are like, they're like sort of celebrities because the Justice League. They're like, oh shit, everyone knows about Batman and Wonder Woman. They're like the duo. Oh yeah. People are like speculating. There's like we fan club going, are they together? No, so that's a thing. Now we bring in the major villain. I mixed it up between 3 different villains. I don't know which to do. My first one was, there's a whole plot line. I actually got this idea from a video on Justice League. The guy was like, Batman basically has a bunch of information on all the Justice League on how to take them down. And there's like a whole thing that got leaked. So, someone knew how to take all the Justice League down. I was like, that's my first one. The second one, if I remember, my second idea, 1 second. Full of time. Oh yeah, the League of Villains. Just having a standard, like, there's a League of Villains, but this is the one I'm landing on. Superman's back. But he ain't good.
Okay.
He has a mullet.
It's a mullet? What's up with the mullet? Why?
When he comes back in the comics, he has a mullet.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
No.
He back. He has a mullet. He has a beard. Everyone's like, why's Superman back? Everyone's like real excited because imagine what happens is he lands down in the UN. He's about to give a speech on how he miraculously came back. Even Batman and all are there. They're all real excited. And that's when Superman, he just, I don't know, he says something along those lines like, pathetic humans. I'm not going to get into the real, the side. You have to see the film for that. He says something along the lines of pathetic humans, and they start murdering everyone there. And I was like, what?
Just like the laser beams from the eyes, just murdering.
Murdering everyone. And that's when like Wonder Woman and Batman, and I'll say the Flash is there. The Flash is there. And Cyborg is probably off with Alfred having like a cup of tea.
Having a nice discussion.
They're all now trying to fight Superman, but they can't beat Superman. They're trying the hardest, and they're like, no, we need. Batman's like, we need to leave. The Flash and Wonder Woman are like, no, we could take him. And then the Flash gets his legs broke.
Oh fuck! What?
They ain't going to heal anytime soon. But I like think that one scene in just my favourite scene from Just League was that one moment where Flash is running and Superman just turns and looks at him in the super slow-mo. Yeah. And you're like, oh fuck. I'm keeping that scene in. So now that's there. Everything's all good. No, wait, not all good. Flash has his legs broke, but they escape.
Yeah, that's amazing.
The way I'll get Aquaman is, at some point, Superman flies up, and when he's trying to hit Diane, he uses his lasers. She reflects it with her shield. It goes into the ocean and cuts like a bunch of ocean. And Aquaman's like, there's an attack. You attacking me? And that's when he comes out on top of a wheel.
Wheel?
It's like the wheel comes flying out and he's on top of it with a trident.
What kind of wheel though, Tiarnan?
Sperm wheel. I don't know.
Killer wheel.
Nah, sperm wheel. They're big, I think. He coming out and then just lands on top of Superman. But Superman's like, bruh. Throws the wheel away.
Aquaman's like, the fucking wheel.
Yeah, Aquaman's like, oh shit, he can throw a wheel away. That's not good. So Aquaman's like, okay. He follows Diane because he's seen her before. He knows she's a friendly face. Yeah. Follows her. They go back to the Batcave. Because, They don't have a Justice Cave yet.
They just have the little back cave. It's like cramped space. They're all trying to share.
It's
one
actually not.
contain-
Yeah, they're all sharing the taxi. No, I want that scene so bad. Here, man, they couldn't afford a thing. They couldn't, like, I don't know, let's say something happened to their jet, so they're all cramped in a taxi going to the airport to get the private jet thing.
Yeah.
And it's just them all cramped in. It's like, oh.
It's Flash in the front seat.
He's just in the front seat, like, really, like, getting
Legs broken, but you know
he's
sitting
still really
excited.
excited. He's like, oh my god, I'm a Superman. He's like, yeah, I'm a Superman. As Diane, Aquaman, and fucking Batman all in the back. They're all like cramped up against each other because, you know, they're like Batman pretty big and Aquaman pretty big. But I like to think they're in this sort of situation. They're trying to give Diane's in the middle. They're trying to give her the space because, you know, they don't want to push up against her. So they're like tight against the thing, trying to give her as much space.
Yeah. She has like plenty of space in the middle too.
And she's just bopping along like, how are we going to defeat them? Not even realising. And just like, okay, so we'll now cut the Batcave. They're like, what? Superman wouldn't do this. There ain't no Superman. Well, what's happening? Superman not evil. What's going on? Let's go dig up his body. So they're going to go dig up his body to make sure that, you know, to see, is this the real Superman or not?
Yeah.
They open up. They do. I'll just skip forward. They open up a thing. It's just a thing. I'll just spoilers for this movie. It's not the real Superman. But I'm not sure if I want Superman's body to be in the casket or not. Because part of me's like, we could have it like, I don't know, maybe Lex Luthor got Superman's body. It's in his lab, and he genetically engineered Superboy. I'm pretty sure that's how he's made Superboy. Yeah. He's basically just Superman or a boy form, but this time I'm like, nah, it's a copy of Superman. No, Noah, it's Bizarro, but this is Bizarro. Okay, nah, that's what happened, and he's doing experiments. That's what's happened. Lex Luthor has brought Superman back to life.
Yeah.
But he has kryptonite on him at all times, and he's doing constant experiments on him. And that's how he got this evil Superman. So they go, they're like, oh no, Lex, what you at? That's when our Superman lands down. This thing. No, I'm changing things. Superman doesn't speak any words. Yeah. His first words is Bizarro. And everyone's like, what? Is it like dumb? Flash is like, oh, speaking too good. He's still in a wheelchair, but like they're going really fast. They're like, whoa. Okay, so you don't know who Bizarro is, do you?
No.
It's basically, imagine a really fucked up looking Superman who's made by Lex Luthor. Okay. That's it. But it's one of those things where they're now like, we can't defeat, like, because if I remember, kryptonite doesn't work on him. Because the opposite of Superman, it doesn't work on him. I'm not sure if it makes him stronger, but it doesn't work. So Batman's like, Batman's like, the only man who can take him on is Superman, like.
Yeah, and Superman's
so, like, Batman's like, you keep it busy, I'll go get the man himself. And Superman's just over. We'll have like, fight scene. You know. It's just standard fight scenes. Yeah. They're like nothing special. We get there, the wee quip is like, oh, you do. I like that at some point Flash flies by and it gets like Bizarro. Have you ever seen when you sit on the knee of someone and they're like on a wheelchair? Yeah. It's like that, and he's just flying by and Bizarro's just like, whoa. No, but hear me out. This is what happens. He's doing that, but his face, because Flash is going so fast,
his face is going backwards.
His face starts, distorting, and then we get the real Bizarro.
The ugly one.
The ugly one. Batman gets the soups, and then he's like,
the soups.
Soups.
He gets the soups.
He gets the soups. He's like, long time no see. Ha, funny quip, Batman.
Long time no see, tomato soup.
Exactly. There we go. So we get Superman out, and that's when Superman's like, hey, evil me. How about this? And he punches him real good.
Real good? Like super good? Super good?
No, he still has a little bit of kryptonite in him. Okay. So that's the thing, he still has some kryptonite in him, so he's like, I can't take him all in one. We need to form a league. Even though the league has already been formed, but Superman doesn't know that. Superman's just like, we need to work together. So they use friendship and teamwork to beat Bizarro. And then they punch Lex Luthor real good.
Like real good.
Cyborg punches him.
Okay, right.
I don't know why specifically Cyborg. I was like, everyone else would probably kill him.
Yeah, like
Cyborg would
like
hurt him real good, but I don't see him.
He hasn't been in it that much, but he just comes right back at the end just to punch him in the face.
Yeah. Like, no. Then Green Lantern thing at the end. The after credits is Green Lantern.
It's Green Lantern. Nobody has a green coat hanger.
Yeah.
And then it comes up title screen, Rise of the Burndemic.
So.
Well, we went two completely different directions.
If you take out the jokes and minds, I think it could work. Can't make yours work.
No, cannot make mine work. Could make it a good party movie though.
That's the thing. It's like a spoof movie.
Yeah.
That's not really a good thing, Dani.
It would be better than what the original Justice League was like though.
That's the worst thing. It really would be.
And that's what I was going for. Something funny, family, entertainment, family friendly content. Minus the fact that bats eat off faces, but you know.
I'm going, boss. I just had that one scene at the beginning and I based everything off it because that was my main thing. I was like, I love that scene. Just the idea. If anyone's out there seen 3 billboards, there's that where he's dancing in the fire. That's why I'm imagining it. Oh, it's like Wonder Woman beating the shit into these criminals and he's just still dancing away.
He's just having a wee bop and then, you know.
Yeah.
Destruction.
Well, if you want to hear more amazing films, I'm not going to lie. Next time we may need to be prepared better for this film. That's one of those things where you need to sit down for a good week.
Yeah. Ah, well.
We had
good
one
first
day.
Try.
We had one day. Okay. Well, subscribe to 20 North.
Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.